In today's video, we are speaking about reincarnation. Is it biblical? Is it true? Is it real? Does it happen? Okay, if you click on this comment and you go watch the video where this little boy is explaining to his mom and to the audience of an experience that he had with his grandfather. And he probably never met his grandfather before. Okay, and a lot of people in those comments are saying reincarnation is real. I felt or I had a similar experience, and they accounting for their experience. So what is reincarnation? Reincarnation is the belief that one person's immortal soul lives multiple lives. So you die in this life, you come back as another person, completely different life, completely different scenario. Then when you die there, you come back as an animal, as a plant, as whatever. Okay, where does reincarnation come from? Reincarnation was brought by Plato. Plato was a philosopher in the 5th and 6th century, and he brought reincarnation from Indian mysticism to the West. So religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, they believe in reincarnation. Remember, they worship multiple gods besides Buddhism, and they believe that your soul, your eternal soul, can come back as anything, because one of their gods is Hanuman, the monkey god. Another god is an elephant. Another god is whatever. So they have, I think, over 6,000 gods. So they believe in reincarnation. Okay, what does the Bible say about reincarnation? It completely refutes it. Reincarnation is not a thing. We're going to discuss how people think it is reincarnation. So if we look at Hebrews 9:27, and it says, and it is appointed, which means it is a standard set by God, unto men once to die. So you live once and you die once, but after this is judgment. So you live once. God made one body for a soul. Yes, your soul is eternal, but your body, you are only once a child. You are only once an adult, and you die only once. There is no coming back as an animal, or coming back if you were a woman. Now all of a sudden you're coming back as a soldier. So what is reincarnation in the spiritual realm as we see it now? It is familiar spirits. It is familiar spirits that are in bloodlines. This young boy talks about his grandfather. The very first thing he says, my grandfather gave me a gift. He gave me a gift before he died. It is familiar spirits coming down a bloodline. Many people dream or have these recurring dreams and visions of being in a war, of being a soldier, of being whatever. And if you trace it back in their bloodlines, there was those people, soldiers, people in war, bloody dreams. So familiar spirits coming down a bloodline, they have to pass on to the next generation. So they will give somebody recurring dreams and visions, and a lot of times even the feeling of being in that situation. It means covenants were made in that situation. It is the same like the calling of a sangoma. What will happen? That person, the grandmother, grandfather, great-grandmother, great-grandfather, the ancestors, familiar spirits, will keep giving this person dreams of the sangoma cloth, of a leopard, of this, of that, of bones. And that person has to go be initiated at those altars. It is the exact same thing. So Plato took reincarnation from Indian mysticism and took it to the West as a philosophy, so that people in the West, when wondering, why am I having these recurring dreams? Why am I seeing this? Why am I always dreaming of being in this exact spot and doing this thing? And I have no part of it. And introduced it as reincarnation. But all it is familiar spirits coming down the bloodlines. If you trace back what that is, you will find somewhere along one of the four bloodlines, that thing was introduced, or that thing was the order of the day. So for us as Christians, there is no such a thing as reincarnation. Nobody lives and comes back as a plant, as a monkey, as a donkey, as a cat. There's no such. And if you are having dreams, or you are having these visions, or you are feeling like, no man, my memory has snapshots of being in a previous life, rebuke it in Jesus' name. Renounce it in Jesus' name. Cancel the covenants and cancel the altars you've been dedicated to in the name and authority of Jesus Christ.